Yeah, no, there was some sort of warp contact between somebody, I'm not sure exactly what, but up the hill at the moment, the Ferrari of Revo all over the back of Bant goes to the outside. There's going to be a drag race, and I think Electrician's going to get involved as well here. They're going to be 3 wide as they go up towards Lecom. Electrician going between the two of them, they bang wheels, and Bant gets it at the moment. Revo trying to hang it around the outside. He has the inside for the left-hander, and he pushes Electrician off the track at the moment of about 0.4 of a second, but he's not going to have it for long because Revo has the slipstream. He has the DRS. It's going to be very close between the two of them. Bant covers the inside, Revo's to the outside. Electrician looking forward as well. Revo's done it.
Actually, I'm slow down a little bit. I think we're still getting Bishop's still doing big work, getting his second kill onto stage. With Short suspecting Simulator was short, unfortunately going to get traded out. One day going down with Kraken. Russ going to get the kill onto Carito, and Void's now in a 1v4 situation. With a lot of Rie's boys looking at him. Going to get 2 kills onto the son of Rie's and into a 1v2 situation. Spots other player Optimus unfortunately does get taken out by Bishop doing big work.
There we go. Beautiful. He's literally sunk to life.
He's just going in. He's just going in now. It's like he decided, you know what, boys, let me just try. Let me just do whatever I can.
Well played by this one.
The struggle making the player to connect here. But Ghost Monster is just on point, getting at the what is this? The third? Maybe going for the 4th and getting the 4K. What an awesome round from Ghost Monster.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Shay, and next to me we have...
Hi guys, my name is Clove, and I'll be co-hosting tonight's stream with Shay. Our first matchup tonight is Berzerk vs Legendary Legends. We've picked the Inferno map. Legendary Legends have decided to pick up on the CT side, and Berzerk is sitting over on the T side. As you can see, Shizno opening up the round, taking down Joker. Berzerk opting to hold back in mid, Shizno taking down another 2 players. KP, the last alive, sitting banana. He hasn't been spotted out by Shizno, and Shizno manages to take him out, managing to pick up the 4K. Okay, so Legendary Legends managed to pick up the first pistol round. They're going to buy up semi-automatics and some utility. Berzerk seems to be picking up 1 or 2 pistols and maybe a grenade and deagle here and there. And yeah, they're on the save round. Let's see what they can pull out.
What are your thoughts about the map tonight?
Well, the match and the map itself is a very great pick by Legendary Legends. They've got their first win on Inferno. Berzerk has got very strong game of CS going. So for them, they've definitely got probably the favorites tonight. But Legendary Legends are obviously not out for the count. They're gonna give as much of a resistance as possible. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think Berzerk is really the favorite at the moment. They have won all 5 of their games. So, I think it's going to be a very tough game for Legendary Legends, but you never know. Any game can turn.
Absolutely. I mean, they managed to pick up the pistol round, which in itself is already a small victory. Unfortunately, Berzerk has managed to secure the A-bomb site on the anti-eco. So Excite's just going to back away and try to save his equipment.
Well, this is the first time Berzerk Gaming is playing on Inferno this tournament, so, it's a nice change from Cash. They've been very comfortable on Cash. Legendary Legends, they're very comfortable with Inferno, they're very comfortable with Mirage, and they've been doing really well on these 2 maps. So they're in their comfort zone now.
Oh, definitely, yeah. This game is going to be one to watch.
Yes.
I don't think Legendary Legends are not going to put their hearts into it. They definitely know that they've got an uphill battle from here, but the harder, the tighter corner that you're backed into, the harder you're going to fight.
Yes, definitely. We're looking at a 1-1 here. Legendary Legends with 1, Berzerk Gaming with 1. Legendary Legends a little bit low on cash. So I think they'll do a save round, a few vitals going there. Full buy for Berzerk Gaming.
Berzerk definitely wants to capitalize on the advantage that they have now coming into the second round, winning the second round into the third. They're going to full buy, full util. Legendary Legends, they've got one gun on their side, so they definitely want to try to capitalize off that. But definitely. Positioning and team placement is rather important here.
I'm going to take a minute to thank our sponsors. We've got Utini, Digital for Jesus, and TeamSpeak. They've really been such a great help this whole tournament and the league to come. So guys, thank you. It's been really great working with all of you. And yes.
No, without them, this wouldn't be possible.
Yeah, thanks for all the supporters. Without you guys, we would be nothing. So yeah, it's been amazing. Really have been enjoying everybody and all their comments and their tweets, and it's really been great being part of the ZA Majors.
Okay, looks like they're going to stack 2 on B. Berzerk taking a very passive stance going into the site.
So Berzerk playing their usual picking game. The very passive two-sided players.
KP and SSK just moving up and on, just trying to get control positions. Excite not quite finding the mark on his man. Gonna fall back there. Looks like Berzerk is going to do a splitcher, maybe make some noise at B and execute onto A. Legendary Legends holding very safe positions. Speaking for a little bit of information. Joker managing to capitalize on Lifeline.
Beautiful pick there by Joker. getting full control over A side.
Yeah. The Berzerk boys just seem to have the site now in lockdown. They're getting in after plant positions already.
Just now trying to take a peek. Oh, he gets taken down there by KP. That's crossfire there by Berzerk Gaming.
Definitely a good crossfire. And all up to Sephiroth now. Maybe see if you can get an after plant pick. Maybe an exit frag. But he's got a USP and he's hoping for the best. The Berzerk boys seem to just be fanning out. They want to hunt down this last man. And SSK manages to take off Sephiroth's head. 2-1-2 Berzerk Gaming.
Third us with the P90. It's nice to see a P90. Always great to pray and spray.
Legendary Legends still not quite in the great financial situation there. So they're going to just pick up a little bit of utility in the Deagle, maybe see what damage they can do, pick up a gun or two. Going for the mid rush.
Ooh.
Just no manages to eat a grenade, unfortunately. Excite getting up and close.
They're playing a little bit aggressive, which might be pay off. Unfortunately,
Shady picking up.
Shady getting those frags there in mid.
And very great frags coming out of the Berzerk side. They know there's 2 men down on the A side, so they're going to probably head towards A, try to get a pick and plant the bomb. Joker and KP still making their way up to B. Will they check the top corner? Yes, they will. Joker getting a magnificent pick.
Nice pick here by Shady. Very unexpected.
A cup of tea not managing to take out SSK, unfortunately. You see, Excites changes his name to Crisis. Okay, so the CT have now managed to pick up a full buy now. They should have a good economy, but they're going to be left with little money in the bank. So they need to play this very carefully.
We have 5 AKs and full utils and full armor on Berzerk Gaming. All for Crisis.
Crisis trying to get that cheeky wall bang. Oh, managed to destroy KP through the wall.
Very good shot there by Crisis. Holding that tight angle.
Cup of tea burning alive. Managed to get out safely.
Bomb is heading towards A side, but
Lifeline
getting picked off by Lifeline.
SK returning the frag. Berzerk left in a 3v4. They're going to head towards B. A little do they know that Christ has got his AWP trained on the corner. Let's see if he's managed to pick up another frag. Joker managing to take out Crisis. They've secured the site.
Quick rotation here by Legendary Legends. See if they can make it in time before the bomb is planted.
I think their main objective here is just to take the site together, do as much damage as possible.
SSK with the crossfire.
The CT boys just mustn't allow themselves to get trapped behind that smoke. Maybe make a wrap, pincer them onto the site. Joker managing a great frag.
Very well played there, very well defended by Berzerk Gaming.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got a solid setup for the after plant. They're covering all their angles. They got good crossfire setup, so they definitely making sure that they've got that site on lockdown. And like I said previously, Legendary Legends are not in a very good financial situation with their economics, so they're going to be saving again. She's now eating a little bit of a grenade. KP getting a bit of banana control, making some noise just to keep the rotations.
If there's anything Legendary Legends could do, what do you think will help him at this point? Just keeping that control over the side.
Taking some fights together, they need to work together, make sure that they can get the refrags. So as soon as a teammate goes down, they can pop around the corner unexpectedly. And also just work together. Great communication. flash off each other.
Berzerk Gaming really just working together and checking every single corner. You can't get past them right now.
I mean, Berzerk is a prime example of what Legends need to do. It's just they just need to make sure that they're picking these angles together. They're taking fights, and they're managing to pick up a weapon or two. Granted, they are on the save round.
Nice pick there by Sephiroso. It's
Price
okay
is
going
being
for the
spot
last
out.
kill.
Being spotted out, but not a problem.
I think
Legendary
Berzerk
Legends.
Gaming-
Yes, sorry.
Berzerk Gaming is feeling a little bit comfortable right now. It's always a nice thing to feel. But now we have Orps coming out with Shizno and Sephiroso. Three
So
Orps from
the
Legendary
triple AWP
Legends.
setup. Let's see if they manage to capitalize off the long range advantage that they're going to have.
It'd be really nice if they can get those picks there, Banana and mid. Third tab.
Spotting out the player. They're falling back to sight. Hold another angle. Sephiroso getting a great pick. Joker taking off the head of Shizno.
Joker with his digs.
Berzerk Gaming is just playing a very laid back game. They know that they've bought up. So they just want to stick together, execute a side together, and make sure that they can get the refrags. Joker heading forward, entering for Berzerk Gaming.
Apps is completely unwatched. We have one person there and
Great pick by Sephiroso onto Joker. KP is lurking around the A site. He's heard a bit of utility.
they have control of a bomb. They look like they could manage this round. Getting those picks there. They have full control over that bomb.
Lifeline and Shady trading a little bit. KP coming out with the great lurk. Do they know he's in the corner?
Bit of a sticky situation there for Shady.
Playing a patient game there. We got the rotation now coming off of A site. They know they've got the bomb.
They have 30 seconds to work with. KP needs to, I think, push a little bit faster just to help Shady out a little bit. Shady getting that pick on Sephirosis. Nice by Shady.
Getting the second frag there.
And managed to get bomb. KP here is going to come help his buddy out. 12 seconds to work with.
They seem to know Crisis is here.
Beautiful play there by Berzerk Gaming.
KP lurking, doing a great job as a lurker, managing to get behind the team, capitalize on the movements and noises that the Legendary Legend are making. And they've put Legendary Legends in quite a tough situation here. They've got really poor economy, but let's see what they can do with it. Pick up a deagle here and there, pick up 5-7 and a decoy grenade, maybe throw them off a little bit. Berzerk Gaming with full util, want to get that quick map control. Probably very aware that they've got them on the back leg.
Unfortunately, that 3 AWP buy for Legendary Legends really did force him to have to save another round.
It's a gamble that you take.
Yes,
it was paying off the initial moments of the round, but after that, Shady managed to do damage, and so did KP. SSK taking out Crisis.
Berzerk Gaming really favors in B side right now. Hey, Shady, busy lurking, might get this pick on Kapati.
Kapati unexpectedly clothesline from behind. And they've secured the B bomb site. We've got 3 CTs left against the 5 Berzerk players. SSK peeking over the top, getting a great
cheeky
flick.
spot there that he's sitting, you know. But a lot of people don't really get that angle because it's smoked off. Very well
KP
played
managing. KP taking off the head of Sephiroso. And that's 7 rounds to Berzerk Gaming. Legendary Legends really need to maybe take a timeout, reevaluate their situation, see where they're going wrong. They're getting good picks, but they need to rotate onto the sites, especially when they're being attacked. Maybe a little faster.
2 AWPs coming out now for Legendary Legends.
Oh, and that failed grenade there. Sephiroso holding the corner. Shizno managing to get a great shot down mid.
Very nice pick there.
Shady and Lifeline having a scrap there. Shady comes out tops.
Legendary Legends really just need to get these picks going so they can kind of get a few more players less on the Berzerk gaming teams too.
I must say I agree. Sephiroth not quite spotting out the player. Under a lot of pressure now.
3v4 situation. Bob is heading towards B side.
Great
Nice
pick there by
shot there.
Sephiroth. Pterodos managing to capitalize on Sephiroth's peeking.
There's always someone there for that refrag. It's actually really nice to see. Both players still on the A side. Not sure if they're rotating or saving. Might play for extra frags.
I think they want to save their weapons at this moment in time. They're pretty poor in the bank. It looks like Kappa T wants to maybe do some damage, catch some players unawares. Shady's got his crosshair trained in the corner.
Really good call to be able to try to save these weapons. They're going to need it for the next round.
Definitely, Shizno is on half HP and Kappa T's got all his utility and weapon still, and he's just looking to do some damage after the round.
Like,
And he
Kappa
manages
T.
to catch 2.
Very well played there by Kappa T getting those frags. Berzerk Gaming have a lot of money to work with, so it didn't do too much to their eco, but it was well played by Kappa T.
Definitely. And there's that timeout I was talking about. The counter-terrorist side are just wanting to reevaluate their situation, look where their weak points are, and maybe strengthen those points on the map.
Yes, definitely.
Where do you think that Legendary Legends are losing like critical moments or critical battles on the map? I see they're giving up a lot of the banana control. And
I think maybe if they switch to 3 players on B, knowing that Berzerk Gaming keeps going to B, you know, maybe they just get one extra support going B instead of sitting on A. It might help them a little bit. And yeah, I think the use of utils, really throwing those nades down in banana and just damaging them. Sorry, guys.
Oh yeah, they picked up a bit of util. We got a force buy out of 2 of the players. A Lifeline picking up a Scout, Crisis picking up a Ump. Sephiroth is looks like he's gonna be keeping his bank. No, he picks up a P90 and an HE grenade. So they are really going all in here. There's some banter from the Berzerk Gaming boys. Oh, SSK just missing his flick, managing to tag Lifeline down to 40 HP. Then quite aggressive is in the mid, Shizno is playing. Maybe he'll find a pick in the second mid here. Really checking all his angles, maybe he's going to catch him. Manages to delete the Shizno, facing the wrong direction. Kappa T waiting. Manages to catch out that Shady. SSK returning the favor.
Really playing tight angles, trying to get those picks on Berzerk Gaming. Pterodos being patient here.
Making very little noise.
Very well played. Very patient. I can't say that enough. Berzerk Gaming is extremely patient. It's really working out for them. It's been working out for them the whole tournament.
They're playing smart CS, and I think a lot of people can learn off of their play style. They are working together. They're checking their angles, executing onto the sites correctly, and they just have each other's backs. You know, they're getting those refrags, which is critical to winning a round.
Oh, definitely. Berzerk Gaming have definitely guaranteed themselves a spot in the gold division, so they'll be playing off in the gold division shortly, which is really exciting to see.
Definitely, these guys are currently 5-0, so they definitely are the team to beat. Let's not take anything away from Legendary Legends. They have their work cut out here for them. KP running into the mag 7 of Lifeline. It's taken up promptly in mid. In a 5v4 situation, let's see if Legendary Legends can capitalize on the man advantage. Slowly making their way up banana, they got the bomb with them. Got the lurker sitting in mid, maybe waiting for someone to come and peek him. Cup of Tea hiding in second apps. Not quite aware yet that they're making their way to B. Crisis with a great pick there on on Joker, apologies.
Price is really making a smart move to jump down there and, you know, move his position a little bit. It's really great of him to do.
Great pick there by Sephirosu. SSK returning the favor as well. There's two players. I don't think they suspect that there's a third player on the B-bomb site. No, they do not.
Very well played by Crisis. Great holding that B side.
There's no coming up the flank.
They know he's surrounded.
Heard the reload. But they don't know that he's here.
They've got bomb. That's all they need.
Ooh, great no-scope. And Shizno managing to close up the round for Legendary Legends. So there's two rounds on the board for them.
Well played there by CT side.
The rotations was good from behind. They're managing to shut down the T side. The triple defense on B was definitely a good call. They finally saw the trend that they were kept attacking the B bomb site, so they wanted to make sure that they had that side in lockdown.
It's just Shay bringing out his AWP.
Dropping some util down the bottom of Banana. KP managing to take off Crisis. Lifeline returning the favor.
So that's what we need. That's what it's nice seeing, those refrags.
Oh, great adjustment there by SSK.
Very well played with that also. Will Shady know that he's pushing apps? Will he get this kill? He needs it.
Great entry there by Shady. Looking to execute now onto the A-bomb site. We've got Shizno wrapping around here.
Getting that pick on Joker. Completely smoked off.
The Berzerk boys seem to have locked down the A-bomb site. Getting the rotation in coming from B. It's definitely possible. They got 3 flashes and a kit. Shady's on super low HP and so is Cerados. So this is absolutely manageable. Boys on site calling the rotation through archers. Shady about to pick up another frag there. Takes up Sephirosu's head. And now it's all down to Shizno. And SSK managing a great flick there onto Shizno. Giving Berzerk the 10th round. Again, Legendary Legends in a bit of a financial crisis.
Lifeline really just giving Berzerk Gaming a bit of a chat. Nice to see great vibes between both teams.
Picking up 2 deagles and a little bit of util. Shizno eating that grenade.
Very unlucky though.
Taking SSK following up with the second Kobe. KP running in with the P90. Heard the player.
That pre-fire.
And the jump across. KP managing to secure that frag. Joker not quite aware where he was getting shot from. And Shady managed to take out Sephirosu. Great job there by him to remain a little ninja, but unfortunately he still manages to get taken out there.
SSK really shining tonight with 20-4.
He's definitely making a great impact here. Shady is also doing some great lurking, some great entries. Looks like the Legendary Legend side, they're going to be saving once more, picking up 5, 7 and 2 deagles. Got 2 smoke grenades, going to dispense one right away. And I think they're just trying to look for any cracks in their attack. Maybe capitalize on someone being too aggressive. And again, Berzerk's already up into the A-bomb and the B-bomb site. Gonna smoke it off and molly up onto site and execute.
They're really using those utils very well. Joker running right through the flames there just to get that pick. He knows he's there. Happy with that frag.
Unfortunately for Legendary Legends, the Berzerk boys are all around the map, so they have to tread carefully every direction that they go. Following up, trying to get the knife kill. And Joker succeeds in taking out his lifeline. Cuts his life short. No pun intended.
Very nice knife flip for Joker, very unlucky for that lifeline.
So we are 12-2 to Berzerk Gaming. This is the last round of the half. Yeah, it's not looking too good for the Legendary Legends side at the moment, but the T side is fast approaching, so maybe they can come through with some explosive plays. Maybe dropping a little bit of life down there on Shizno.
I'm interested to see what Legendary Legends, how they play on T-sided. I think that's going to be a different setup to what Berzerk Gaming has.
Definitely, they just need to show some good aggression, work together as a team. I mean, it is a team game. We see a lot of solo plays, but that's also players learning the ins and outs of playing at this level. SSK managing to take out a great frag there on Crisis, takes out Shizno as well. KP is sitting in mid. No idea that Sephiroth is ahead of him, and Sephiroth is about to be in for a nasty surprise. Oh, he manages to take him out KP, and SSK deletes him.
SSK is on a roll tonight.
There's a cup of tea and SSK in a 1v1. Bomb hasn't been planted yet. SSK playing it very cautiously, maybe a little bit of mind games there. He's made a presence at B, and he's not going to show his presence again. So cup of tea must be left with question marks above his head. Where has he gone? But he will realize as soon as that bomb goes down.
A little bit too scared to peek, playing it carefully, and he's realized.
He's got full util and he has a defusal. SSK has just got the AWP on hand, but he's got a great position.
Last round, he really has to go for it.
SSK burning a little bit. Is he going to catch the Kobe?
Ooh.
Does the damage. Not quite hitting the mark.
Ew,
and Kappa T manages to take him out. Very well played, very well played. And he'll pick up a third round for the Legendary Legends side. I must say, a very great half there by Berzerk Gaming. Very good map control. They got Shady and KP on the lurk rolls. They're doing a great job there. And they're managing just to get onto the sites really quickly. And Legendary Legends was struggling a little bit to hold them off, but they had some really great rounds where they managed to capitalize on that aggression. They could rely on the fact that they knew they were going to be rushing up Banana.
Yeah, certainly. I think I see Cerados is not having a really good game, but he's made up for it in the last 5 games that he has played. He's been really shining out.
He's a really great player. I think everyone has their game, and sometimes you're not feeling it in the evening. You know, this is one of those days. City side just taking a time out, maybe discussing the strats going into the pistol round, making sure that everyone knows exactly what they're going to be doing. I'm sure Legendary Legends are going to take this time as well just to discuss what their stratagem is. Maybe pull out some fancy plays. They've purchased an HE and a flash on Crisis, so maybe they're looking for a fast burst onto maybe mid or on Banana. There's 4 decoys coming out of the rest of the Legendary Legend team, so maybe they're trying to sell a fake here. And coming back into the action.
Let's see what Legendary Legends can pull out of their sleeve.
Yeah, going for the B stack. Definitely are. They're going to catch a little bit of grenades. Sephiroth burning a little bit, and Kraft is getting taken down half HP. Doing a little bit of damage to KP on the B bomb site. In mid, I apologize. 4 members of Legendary Legends are making their way up Banana. They are making noise, so they have been heard. Maybe just looking for the initial frag. The rest of the Berzerk side is still sitting with A. SSK going for the rotation. Joker getting 3. Excellent
Joker with the 3K. Beautiful there by Joker. Lifeline taking Joker down. Bomb is rotating to A. But we still have 2 Berzerk gamers on A. Unfortunately, he was spotted.
KP just catches him with a quick backstab, back of the head shot, and they know where the last player is. Lifeline caught in between a rock and a hard place.
People surrounded there.
That was unfortunate for the Legendary Legends side. They got the right idea of rushing onto the side together. Unfortunately, Joker's aim is just on point, so he was managing to just take off heads, presenting themselves in front of him, and he just left clicked them. It was unfortunate. One scout being invested by the Legendary Legends side. They'll be hoping to do some damage, get a pick, managing to dink SSK down.
KP trying the close mid, checking the second mid out. See if we can get those guys off guard.
Joker just having a siesta on the B-bomb site. And Shady managing to take out Cup of Tea.
What are you thinking of this new SMG that's come out? Do you like it? Have you played with it?
I must admit I'm not the biggest fan. I'm a diehard MP5 fan.
Okay.
But it definitely has its pros and cons.
I see it's become very
being
popular.
used.
Very, very popular now that it's out and competitive.
MP7, I apologize. Ferocity, the last alive, looking for perhaps a player that's out of position, maybe capitalize, pick up a gun. He does have the scout, but he knows going into close range quarters that he's going to need to either have some simple level flicks.
He's going to have to get that bomb. He's running out of time if he wants to make a move for bomb plant, which he really needs to get. You know, they need to get the extra eco from their next round. Definitely.
Serida set up a little trap here at B, but I think he's going to make his way towards the A bomb site. We've got Joker lurking at Archer side. He's going to catch him off guard, and he's going to go for the knife. He's called the information. Seridos is rotating around.
Oh, that's going to cost Joker.
Yeah, I'm sure he regrets that immediately. A little bit of panic. You saw as he turned around, he was like, "What?"
Oops. Let's see if Seridos can pick up the slack.
Oh, great clutch there by Sephiroth.
Beautiful play there.
That was very well played by him. I think Joker's probably kicking himself at the moment.
I think he got a little bit of fright when he saw Joker behind him, I must be honest.
Yeah, but he still manages to take him down, so I think it works in his favor. It's good that he's checking his back, he's making sure that he's not being flanked. It's one of those small skills that make a big difference in whether you... Oh, great!
That collapse! Beautiful shot here in mid.
One of the nicer shots of the match. Seridos taken down a little bit with the HE. Now it's a 5v3. So Legendary Legends just need to make sure that they can capitalize on this man advantage. Sephiroth on point with his AWP, taking out Seridos. Unbeknownst to them, the B bomb site is open. Lifeline spotted out Joker. Will take him down to 13 HP. And pops around the corner, taking him out. We've got Shady with a MP9 and a kit left to clutch around, but I think he's just going to opt to maybe catch a couple players unaware, maybe clothesline them as they come around the corner.
Probably want to save that armor, get those kills, see if we can get an AK.
That was a phenomenal round there by Legendary Legends. Sephiroth were really just making big impact plays, getting a collateral kill and then a great flick onto Seridos on sandbags. So he really made sure that his name is heard this round. Still being very, very careful going around corners. They know that he's probably trying to pull off a cheeky play, trying to catch one of them unawares. But it is anticipated. Shady wants to get more information. Crisis managing to make a bad situation good. Got caught unawares but managing to spray down Shady. The Legendary Legends are definitely showing that they can come back. They've got 2 rounds straight up back to back. They've got 3 AKs and AWP and a scout going ahead. And Berzerk Gaming is going to have to save a round again. They picked up 2 Deagles and 2 P50s. They've got they're going to gamble and stack that A. B, apologies. To see if that gamble pays off. They're going to play it patiently.
Everyone is just looking for the information.
I mean, this Legendary Legends side has full utility, so I hope going into this round that they maximize the potential for damage on this Berzerk side. I mean, they are holding close angles. A couple of HEs there and here. And they're going to be executing onto the B-bomb side.
They definitely have the upper hand. They've got the manpower here at this point. Joker with that one tap. There's no getting Joker.
Kappa T managing to take off Cerados's head as well. A little bit of a dance between the two. SSK spotted out. If you're waiting, just he wants to that head to show itself, you can get rid of it. SSK spamming through the smoke, managing to catch Kappa T. In the 3v3 situation here, SSK burning a little bit. Crisis is holding a back position, waiting for any banana pushes. Shizno and Sephiroth getting great frags there. SSK finding one, but Sephiroth manages to shut him down.
Very great by Legends. They're bringing it back. Really well played. Also very patient. They're seeing if they can get those kills.
They definitely are playing this very patiently. There's getting their information, listening for any sound cues. Anything Berzerk throws their way, they want to make sure they can capitalize off of it. But now Berzerk's now forced up with 3 M4A4s, UMP and a Mag 7.
Ooh, Crisis getting naded there.
Crisis in a bit of a crisis.
Sitting with 10 HP left. It's going to really hurt.
KP catching the head of Kappa T, not managing to take him quite out though. And he's going to fall back. Legendary Legend seems to be holding a very passive default around the map, just waiting for anyone to peek.
User joined your channel.
2 of the Berzerk guys got 2 of the Legendary Legend guys low, and they know it, so they definitely just want to play it slow, wait for the frags to come to them.
User left your channel.
Cool. And now it looks like KP is very curious into the apps. He's heard the utility coming out. Looks like Legendary Legends want to set up for an A executor. They are being anticipated. They're making a little bit of noise in mid. Shady and KP just waiting around corners, listening for the sound cue so that they can swing and take off some heads. Flash coming out. He spotted out a player. And he will fall back. So will the lane player. Shady sitting now on the site.
They really needed to making a move now. They're running out of time. They've got 20 seconds to work with. KP getting those picks. Joker getting that pick. They're really out of time.
Joker managing to find 3 kills that round.
Might save that AK.
Yeah, Lifeline definitely wants to book it. Make sure that he's just got a gun going into the next round, but he's been heard. They are chasing. And Joker manages to shut him down with the 4K.
Very well played there by Joker.
Yeah, they're holding a solid defense. They're playing very patiently. They're not exposing themselves too much. Just getting that crucial information just so that they can call it out to their team, get the rotations in. Legendary Legends still able to buy up. They're going to be a bit weak on the utility, but they will manage to pick up 3 AKs.
Good call to force that round. You know, between the 5 of them, they can definitely spread their eco. They've got smokes, they've got nades, and they've got molly, so they can work with that. They're full. They got armor, full armor. Yeah, definitely not a bad call to force out that round.
SSK eating a grenade, dropped to 23 HP. Oh, great pick there through the wall from Shizno onto Cerados. SSK managing to find Crisis.
We have Joker rotating from A side. See if we can do some help for SSK.
Kappa T burning alive a little bit there.
Nice.
Joker managing to find the head of one of the Legendary Legend players. Stacking a third player now towards the B bomb site.
Might decide to rotate. See if Joker can get that information. And he catches Shizna off guard. Nice.
Manages to take off the head of Sephirothi too. Kapati now left in a 1v4. Does manage to find KB, but Joker's quick to shut him down. And that's the match point towards... Oh, last round, match point towards Berzerk. So, Legendary Legends definitely need to come forward and maybe, I don't know, change up their style of gameplay. Come through with a little bit of quick strats. But at the same time, it's looking a little bit bleak. Only 1 AK and 4 Deagles for them. And a full kit of utility and weapons on the Berzerk team. KP not managing to quite hit the AWP shot. Lifeline dropped down a little bit low. Kapati burning Cerados alive. Narcissus taking out Joker, and Shiznov getting a great frag there onto SSK. We've got one player lurking around the church side. I'm not sure if they're going to check it. And then we've got Crisis holding the flank. But I'm not sure if you know Shady is already pushed up.
4v2. Will Legendary Legends get this round? And KP is out. It's only Shady left.
Shady not aware there's a player behind him.
Beautiful play here by Legendary Legends. Buying himself another round.
Definitely, that quick play is definitely what they needed to do just to secure the bomb site.
Beautiful save round there, I think.
And now they can force up. Berzerk is not looking too great in terms of the economics, so they're just gonna pick up 2 Deagles, maybe 3 MP9s, and a little bit of utility, and see if they can capitalize with that. Kapati getting very aggressive up banana. Catching Cerados out. Grenades of Cerados and SSK managing to take out one of the players.
Definitely not Cerados' map.
But the Berzerk boys setting up a great crossfire there, baiting out the aggression. Chisno with a great pick onto SSK. Now in a 2v3, Berzerk Gaming has a kit and they've got a weapon on their side. But they're a little bit late to the party on A. The Legendary Legend boys will be able to catch them out.
Crisis getting picked up by Crisis. See Shady can get that. Yes, he got the pick. Picking A. Got himself an M4.
Now the Legendary Legend boys have great positions on the side. They're pretty aware that he seems to be coming from the Archer's side. Well, as I say that, they're both looking lane. Shady making his way forward, crawling, not making a sound, trying to catch a player. And Shizno spots him out and takes off Shady's head.
Legendary Legends really picking it up.
Like I said, you
very comfortable T-sided.
You put them in a corner and they just fight back harder. So they're definitely clawing onto this last round here, trying to make an impact, trying to make sure that they don't make mistakes going into these rounds.
Great performance. We've got an AWP here for Sephirothi, and we have 4 AKs. Berzerk Gaming is still semi on an eco, buying up what they can.
And just spread out their economy, make sure that they're even, so that they're going into the following rounds they can save together. They're still looking to do as much damage as possible with the weapons that they do have. Legendary Legends making their way up towards apps, maybe looking to execute onto the A-bomb site. There's no making his way forward.
Maybe picking him. Joker holding a tight angle. Will Legendary Legends get into A side and buy them another round?
There's no making his way through apps. From on his tail. Not quite spotting out Shady.
There's no getting picked off by Shady.
KP catching that flash in his face. Lifeline taking out Shady and Sephirothi there.
Little bit of a team damage that side. Bomb still hanging around, waiting to get an opportunity to be planted. But Joker is on site, waiting patiently. Getting his backup from Cerados.
Crisis taking a little bit of damage from bottom mid. gets
So-
deleted on the arch push.
Will this be it? Will this be the final round? And it was. Very
Gonna go
well
with the
played here by
sick
Berzerk
wall
Gaming.
bang.
That is 6 in a row for Berzerk Gaming. So far undefeated. Very well played to Legendary Legends. They definitely gave Berzerk Gaming a run for their money. So very well played, guys. We have another game, Krakenware Gaming versus Envy Esports right after this at 8 o'clock. So guys, feel free to join. Stay tuned. We will be back in a few minutes.
What a great game.
Welcome back, guys. We're on 9th round. Thank you for staying tuned with us. Tonight we have Krakenware Gaming versus Envy Esports.
Oh, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are joined by me, myself, Clove, and my mic.
Shay, I'm right here.
Is my mic working? Sorry, apologies.
Yes, it is.
Thank you. You've been joined by Clove and Shay, so apologies for that. Yeah, so we're jumping right into the 9th round. And it looks like they've sorted it out. This is going to be an amazing stream between two very strong teams. We've got Krakenware Gaming and we've got Envy Esports. On the Krakenware Gaming side, we've got Kirito, Sledge, Wolfserve, Void Clip, and Devs. And then on the Envy Esports side, we've got Cedar, Flaxicity, Animal, Goose, and XI. Cedar, I believe, is 187. And yes, we're jumping straight into the first round. Fairly split up defense.
187 has taken over, giving, Cedar sat down as a sub tonight and let 187 have a chance in this tournament. So Cedar isn't playing, but 187 is here to take his place.
I apologize, I see. Toxicity managing to pick up a frag, Stage returning the favor. The Envy side managing to burst forward onto the A-bomb side, getting a couple frags to open up the side. Animal taking out Wolfserve. Stage trying to find the heads.
Trying to get that bomb down. Really difficult with those CPs.
Kirito and Stage managing to clean up the bomb side. So Shay, just for our new viewers, what is the ZAMAJORS really about? How did we start and how did we get to where we are now?
Well, ZAMAJORS is a newly created esports online gaming entity, which was created from competitive minds of a few gamers who were a part of the gaming community, and they really felt the need to step it up and listen up to the gamers of South Africa and felt, see what they wanted as, South African gamers. And yeah, so they started a South African major league. ZAMAJORS casters for everyone from beginners to elite, and everybody has a place in ZAMAJORS. We are a fresh tournament and really expanding very quickly. So we've had really great support from all these teams, and we've had great support from everyone that subscribes to our channels and watching our games, and really it's really been fantastic.
That's great. It's good to see that the CS South African community is growing and that it's becoming more popular.
Oh, definitely. ZAMAJORS also has Dota. Formula 1 now is really shooting off the ground. We have Call of Duty. We wanting to bring Overwatch in. We're getting a lot of great response out of the community for Overwatch tournaments, so that will be very exciting to bring in. Yeah, so super excited. It's really great. Our sponsors have been amazing. Utini, TeamSpeak, and Digital for Jesus really been with us every step of the way. And yeah, it's great how things are just really falling into place.
That's good to hear. Okay, let's jump back into this action now. Looks like Envy Esports has now picked up a full buy of AKs. Got good utility. Going to execute towards the A bomb site.
Full utils going here onto A side. Hitting it off with a molly, trying to stop that rush. Flaxity getting that pick. Oh. Beautiful shooting there by Flaxity.
Managed to take the head off of a couple players. Also taking down the planter, but the bomb still manages to go down.
Let's try to sneak in here by connector.
Looking at the Envy after plant positions, they've secured the site quite well. They are able to get the information they need. 187 and Animal managing to clean up, take out the remaining defenders. And that's the first round on the board for the Envy side.
Great defense there by Envy with that bomb plant. The gaming is a little bit broke. They might just buy pistols. Yeah, here comes the CZs and the Deagles. Doing a quick push here on A.
Yeah, they're looking to stack that A site, maybe going on the gamble that they're going to make a move here.
Really lucky for Envy to be going B with that bomb right now. Nice hold there by Goose.
Picking up 2 frags there. Stage managing to take him out, pick up that AK. Maybe they can capitalize off of it.
Need to get that bomb off of Cat. Managing to slip through Cat without being shot down.
And we're spotting out Kirito, takes his head off. It's all down to Sledge and Void Tip now to just maybe capitalize. I think Sledge wants to save that AK into the following round.
Really great round job by Envy.
They pick on the exit there, grenade not doing too much damage. Void Tip making some noise and being a nuisance. An Animal managing to find that AK, take him out.
Nice pick there by 187.
187 managing to capitalize on Void Clip.
We could expect a full buy here by Krakenware Gaming.
Well, perhaps not. 2 of their players are a little bit low, so they could still buy it up, which it looks like they are going to do.
Got a Zeus, got M4. Wolves are with the Zeus. See what he can manage with that.
Void Clip picking up the MP7, want to get close range with that. We just see a great default spread out across the CT side. The T sides have slowed it down a little bit, looking for that information, trying to get the pick with the AWP.
In your opinion, what would be the best default on CT for this map?
Well, to be honest, I feel that A is the weaker of the sites in terms of how vulnerable it is, because there's many points that the T's can come in from. They can come in from mid, from Palace, or from A ramp.
Yes.
So I feel a stack on A, 1 in mid, maybe 1 on B, and in the mid rotation onto the B. That to me is a good formula for success on the map. And the NV side is definitely showing that the A side is difficult to hold down, to keep under wraps.
They've managed to get the bomb plant. They just need to get that defense. They need those crossfires going up right now. And just playing really carefully, hiding and playing for time.
NV playing really great CS here at the moment. They're holding that side down really well, capitalizing on their crossfires.
Hunting down that last kill.
They don't want to let Void Clip save that off, but I think he's just going to be able to get away. Nope, Ghost manages to find him.
Well played there by Envy.
Well, there's a very great entries by Envy. They're backing each other up, they're getting the refrags, and then their after plant is also really strong. I see that they're holding all the angles, they're covering it. When a player goes down, they make sure to refrag. And it's forced Kraken into a save round again. They're picking up two Deagles and 3 P250s.
Envy Esports, their favorite map at this point in this tournament has been Mirage. This is their 3rd Mirage map that they're playing. They've played a new game. So yeah, this is definitely their favorite map. I think they feel very comfortable with it. Beautiful spray down there by Fluxity.
The CT side just not quite managing to get that advantage on the double peak in Palace. Now they're going to be overrun on the A side. Boy kept catching XI with a wonderful 1-tap. Animal coming through from the back and catching him off, and Goose cleaning up the CTs, killing Goose.
You see there's a lot of communication going around in this team, in both teams. The communication is there, the rotates are there, the pre-firing and you just know they're communicating. It's really good to see that.
Also really great lurks as well. They're just coming catching them as soon as a player reveals his position, and you can ascertain that the player is running away from his position.
Oh, definitely.
We'll catch him with his back turn, spray him down, and then move up.
We have Sledge with an M4 in mid. See if we can maybe get a pick here in mid.
Looking after that information. Animal making his way out of Palace. And they want to deny Sledge in mid with a Molotov, make sure that you can't peek them. Also hearing the util coming out on A, flashing out and ramp, catching off XI.
Very nice kill there through the smoke.
Fluxity is barely escaping with his life, and Animal peeking around the corner, managing to get 2 great entry frags. He's shutting down Sledge in the sniper's window, and we've left with Wake Up on the B-bomb side, wondering what happened to his team. Very great entries there by Envy.
Kraken is really just getting picked off now. see Envy is really split out between the map. You know, they've really taken map control and picking off as they go along.
They're making sure that they're peeking together, they're checking all the angles. It's really great CS coming out from the Envy side.
Really fantastic.
Krakenware forced into yet another save round, so they are probably looking to adjust maybe their setup a little bit. Getting caught unawares in quite a few circumstances. So they probably just want to get a couple guns this round, get in their faces, capitalize off the close range battle that they can with the pistols. See what damage they can do.
Players shining right now is really Animal and Fluxity. They're really playing so well. On Krakenware Gaming, Walter's doing quite a bit of damage, Karita is doing quite a bit of damage. The others still need to get comfortable in the map and they get comfortable in the opposition, but I'm sure they're really going to come out and bloom soon. They just need to get a feel for the other players.
No, definitely. I mean, Envy at the moment seems to have quite a good read on the CT side. They are managing to catch them in a lot of situations where they are just not expecting them, or they didn't anticipate a peek from that direction.
They are showing a lot of confidence.
Definitely a lot of confidence. And now we're going to see the Kraken side pick up 2 AWPs. We've got Devs on the AWP and Sledge on the AWP. Let's see if they can capitalize on the long range battles, get some good one taps.
Full AK round here by Envy, and Uto's full armor. Also spreading around playing picks.
As I was saying earlier, that 1-1-3-1 setup on the CT side is what they've adopted now, getting very aggressive in the mid there, but just trying to find as much information on the other players as they can. Maybe going to call the rotation to that A, Sledge catches out Goose and lowers, and now they probably most definitely know that it's going to be an A execute.
It's taking a little bit long to push, they might get caught from behind. Let's see if they can get into Sideshare.
Side dodging the flash,
X getting that pick, but taken down by Devs.
187 Dev is positioned away. Dev's got his attention. Managing a great flick on Animal.
187 stuck in the corner with a bomb. See if he can get out of it. Nice pick there by 187, but I'm taken down by Sledge. Very well played, very well defended here by Krakenware Gaming.
And definitely capitalizing on the 2 AWPs that they purchased, taking those long range battles, covering their teammates.
It really helped them that round.
Just getting some great flicks off. But
yes.
At the moment, Envy does have the capital to go into this round with the full bar, full util. And they are now looking to crush the economy of Kraken. So they're definitely going to play probably a little bit more fast paced, get in their faces, take down those guns. But any smart team will know that that's their objective, this goal. That's their goal this round.
Sledge is really taking that mid control and not allowing Envy to get onto mid itself. Nice pick there by Sledge.
Great wallbang. Little do you know that he tagged him twice. Sledge just wanting to hold a passive lowest control. He's got his teammate holding that mid.
Toxically getting that pick on Karito, sneaking up here in mid.
Animal with a great entry, but Sledge again returning the kill. In the 3v2 situation, 187 now catching Sledge unawares.
What great teamwork we have here, the communication. We have void clip left, see if we can manage to get a pick or two before that bomb is planted. Bomb is stuck in mid. Goose gets that last kill, very well played here by Envy.
Stuck in a little bit of a tough situation, but he makes it work.
Yes, he did.
And I think this is what the Kraken side feared a little bit, is just being reset economically. Dev's the only one with any real cash, well, Devs and Sledge. So they definitely want to take this time out, discuss where they're going wrong, where they're being pushed, and maybe buy up some pistols, get in their faces in those angles that they're losing at.
Maybe they would like to, they maybe even want to play, swap teams around, swap players around on the site. Just see if that comes into play. That can initially also help a lot.
Look, it's not necessarily Kraken making any mistakes. It's they're It's just that Envy's coming in and they take their
Yes, definitely.
getting the sides together, and they know which angles are being covered and which aren't. So they're playing a really smart and strategic game of CS at the moment, and Kraken just needs to figure them out. So this timeout's definitely going to give them the chance to just look at the previous rounds, analyze a little bit, and kind of break it down and say, listen, this is what we need to change, and this is how we're going to win the round.
Envy Esports is really comfortable getting A side at this point. So you might want to put a few more stronger players on A side to defend. What are your thoughts on that?
Hold up. They definitely need to make sure that they can get the frags, and they're proving the point that they can. Animal catching one on the rush, but they're managing to shut him down and pick up an AK. Fullback to side. Kirito's got an idea there's someone there, and he flicks up and he manages to take off Xi's head. Now the Envy boys are heading over to the B bomb site. There is a player here, but he is super low. And Goose managing to take away clip down before any damage is done to his teammate planting.
Burrito is really shining in this round. He's really doing his job. Lovely pick there by Burrito on 187. Bomb is down. Will Tuxity make it in time to defend it?
Got the AWP, but he's trying to go for the wall bang, and little does he know Sledge is coming around. Sledge managing to take him out, pick up that AWP. Very well played round by Krakenware there. They saved that round. They managed to pick up two rifles, an AWP and an AK.
A great save round for them. Very great save round. Envy still have enough money to do a full buy. They will need to win the next round to be able to do a full buy again.
Optimally, they would like to probably reset this Krakenware team again.
Yes, definitely.
But you can see Wolfsaw and Kirito getting very aggressive up mid, knowing that these guys are going to take that mid control. They're taking away that advantage from them. And now they know that they can just hold passively on the side. They're in a 4v1, a 4v3 situation.
I think Krakenware Gaming is really just getting the feel for Envy now, getting used to their play, getting used to the default setup, and it's really working towards them.
I must agree with you there. They're managing to predict a little bit of what Envy is doing. They've adjusted their style. And Kirito with the great adjustment, flick to his left just to take off Animal's head.
Kirito with 4 beautiful kills that round.
And I mean, Kraken picks up now a 5th. You know, they were two rounds up. Down. And now they brought it up. They've won 3 rounds. And now the half is not looking too bad for them. They forced the Envy side into a save, so they're going to pick up some deagles and a Tech 9 and a 5.7, a CZ. So hopefully they want to maybe burst out of B, maybe lowers. But Wolfsaw is not having any of that. He pushes up top mid, catches XI off guard.
They really like playing that mid quite far up, trying to get that information, and really helping them because it literally gives them all the communication they need to set that rotation.
I must agree. I think they have a feeling that these guys are towards B. They have a player on catwalk, listening for that apps movement, and then we've got Sledge just waiting for someone to peek in mid. I think 187 is going to challenge him.
It's not impossible to get that 1 dig in mid. I've seen it many times over.
So I've been on the receiving end too.
And it's not nice. It's always that wow moment where you 1 dig that person with the AWP in the mid.
You just tilt your head backwards and you're like, oh my word, did this happen? The Envy side making their way towards the B apps. They have been heard. Void kept waiting around the corner.
Lovely spray down there by Void, but unfortunately Envy did not know he was there. And it really hurt them.
187 making the best out of a bad situation. 1 kill there and Wolfsword managing to shut him down.
Envy should be able to buy up this round. They definitely have the ego for it. And all coming into Fluxicity.
I think Kraken's focused into the last 3 rounds, or last 2 rounds, I apologize. Are probably just making sure that they have bang for the last round. So they want to minimize the damage that they receive this round. But I think they've Envy side's also picked up that these guys are pushing mid, so maybe they know that this A bomb site's going to be a little weak initially.
Wolves are pushing up mid every round. It's really a cheeky move, but it's working for him.
Envy boys getting out onto the site, walking out into a Molotov. Goose with a brilliant spray down.
Kraken with a very quick rotation here. All the utils are coming in, preventing Envy to get onto site.
I think they're using that utility really effectively.
187
Stopping these
getting a
players
little
in
bit
their
of
track.
damage.
Kirito with the quick sneaky peek. Animal returning the kill. Sledge now just watching. He's the overseer of the A-bomb site. With Voikip coming to join him. I think they want to retake this together. Spots the head out and takes off Animal's head. And it's left to 187 and Fluxicity. Fluxicity a bit faster on the trigger there. Voikip managing to take out 187. He knows the players in the smoke.
Beautiful.
Fluxicity manages to win out that duel. Very well played.
Defended. Very well defended.
Flux is coming in with a little bit of great energy. They're very hyped. Fortunately enough, the Kraken boys do have money to at least buy up a decent amount of weapons and some util. Kirito is left alone, the only one without a rifle. So I'm sure he'll be able to do a lot of damage with that.
This has been a very, very close half for both teams. They're really playing beautiful pick there for Fluxicity in mid. But really, both teams are playing very well. Both teams are very strong. It could be anybody's game right now.
Definitely. I'm sure Sledge kicking himself a little bit. Oh, 187 taking out his teammate. Dev's managing to take out that animal.
Krakenware Gaming really want to get this round just so they can feel more comfortable in the second half. Kurita getting that pick on Goose.
187 left on 10 HP. A little bit of a desperate situation. Managing to get that flick onto Voidship.
They know bomb is there, they will start rotating.
They're playing a little bit of mind games though, they don't want to over rotate quickly. 187 still uncertain what angles are being held or what's not safe to peek on. They will hear him running back in apps. The call will be made. .187 now making his way to the A site. Kirito's, I think he's reading through it, managing to ascertain that he's going to make his presence known on A, and he's just going to wait patiently for him.
Oh, definitely. The time that since 187 got that pick on B, it definitely gives him more than enough time for the opposite team to realize he is rotating.
The call's been made. 187 with a brilliant no-scope onto Kirito.
It's really going to buy him another 10 seconds just to get Devs on site. All he needs to do now is work on time.
He's been heard by Devs.
Ooh!
Devs just catching a sniff of his head and he says, "Hello daddy," and takes out 187.
Really a great half from both teams. Very well played, great defending, great attacking. Utils were amazing.
I think this is a really tight game. Envy really came out at the beginning of the game showing, I mean, they won 6 rounds in a row. They really took Krakenware and put them on the back foot and said, you know, this is what we got.
Yes,
and, you know, what do you have? So, I mean, that timeout for Krakenware really was important. It made a difference. They formulated a strategy. They managed to make it work. And then they started bringing rounds back. And then they managed to end the first half on top. So really well played to Kraken for bringing that back.
Going into the second half, we have Envy on 8 and we have Krakenware Gaming on 7.
And you can see a classic phase setup here. They're going to flood out a palace with some util coming out of A ramp. It's a really great execute. Difficult to stop. Devs taking out Goose, Animal managing to take out Sledge and also returning the favor. This is a slaughter fest of pistols. 187 with 2 quick headshots.
Beautiful headshot there by 187.
Taking a battle with Wolfso. Wolfso dropped down to 30 HP.
A great rotation there from the B players.
187 full of confidence, wanting to take these battles.
They have bomb. They do not need to push.
187 taking that battle, and 187
Great.
flipping
Three
great
headshots,
4K.
but 187 this round. Beautiful.
That 4K was brilliant.
Very well played there. And he was sitting on cat. That rotation was really fast.
Very good round by the CT side. Managing to bring out that round. I do apologize. It was not Kraken that ended the round on top. It was the envy side. But I'm sure Kraken are going to get into the rhythm of things at the moment. Starting off, got 2 P250s, 3 Glocks. Aren't going to be heard by Fluxicity. 187 dropping a grenade, dropping Kirito down to 20 HP.
Did damage.
Dev's coming out from the side, taking off his head. They are being wrapped upon. Taking a little bit of individual fights, I'm sure they will regret that. But very great side, take onto the side by Kraken.
I wonder.
Dev's the last alive now. Getting taken out by Animal, not expecting the backstab by him. And the CTs managed to bring out the round again. It was very close. I think the T side managed to do a lot of damage. They did get the bomb down, so they will be able to buy up with great amounts of utility. I think they'll probably have full utility. 5 AKs, ready to get into the round and smash them.
Oh, definitely.
A bit of delayed buy there by the CTs, picking up 2 M4s and a FAMAS. We'll just see if they can capitalize on the SMGs that they still have. They know that they need to play the close quarter combat game with these guys, otherwise they will lose the battles to the AKs.
Krakenware Gaming really just splitting up now. It looks like they're working towards the A with 2 lower side.
Dev's just patiently waiting lowest. Waiting for the smoke to clear, maybe get some more information.
Utils are going on a little bit too soon, I feel. They could really just keep their utils for when Krakenware do push.
The Kraken side still has most of the util left. Boy keeps aware that he's there, manages to take out Animal. Now they're looking to push towards that A site. Dev's catching 187 with his back turned to him, and Wolves were taking the head off of the Exarch. Very great A side take by the Kraken side.
Very strong push there.
Toxicity left alone on Catwalk, going to be spotted out. Almost wins the duel, but Kirito gets the better of him and deletes him. But that's a great comeback there by Kraken, you know, they lost the first 2 rounds, they got the bomb down. And they knew that, objectively speaking, they just needed to make sure that they capitalized on the fact that AKs are one-tap machines, and they got in the faces of the CTs.
Complexity is really shining for the MV Esports at this point, and Kirito for Krakenware. They're definitely the players to be watching.
He's got an A stack, taking the gamble, knowing that it's a 50-50 chance that it's going to be A or B. And it doesn't seem that the gamble's quite paid off yet. They spot the players out pushing Catwalk.
That bomb is going to have to push very quickly before the rotation hits. Bomb is going down.
Oh, Animal just waiting on the corner and deletes Devs. Voidclip nearly getting taken out there by Fluxicity. Dropped down to 14 HP. .187 with a great 5-7 spam.
Unfortunately taken down by Sledge.
Both of the Envy boys coming through apps. I don't think they were anticipating Wolfswood to be so close. Caught a little bit unawares without their guns in their hands, but accidents do happen. Great round there by the Kraken side. They really are starting to gain a little bit of momentum. The Envy side's going on another save round. They want to pick up a little bit of pistols, maybe make sure that they can do as much damage as possible. Opting for a little bit of a B mid control. Getting that lowest control. I'm sure they have been heard.
X are really playing it safe there in mid.
Animal getting traded. And Goose managing to catch Void Clip.
And in for the boost, try and tap, get that extra pick.
Very smart players here. It's a 2v3 situation. They are making sure to work together, but the Kraken side is also they've got the advantage with the AKs. Who's trying to take a fight with Voidclip and Sledge, not quite managing to win it out. Now this is Envy's chance to now buy up, get a good amount of utility, and now to try and win the round back. But they're in the shoes that Kraken were in the first half, is they don't want to be reset, so they need to play this round really carefully.
They've got 2 orbs to work with, they can get those picks.
The whole of the Kraken side heading towards the A bomb site, looking to set up a default, wait for any pushes, and then execute probably a default strategy. Get stairs and jungle smoke going, get the CT smoke going, and burst out onto the site.
We're going to try to get that stairs pick. Smoked off.
Kirito with great opening frag there, managing to take out Animal as well through the box. The rotations are coming in,
Great.
they are being overwhelmed. Excited managing 2 players. But now 187 left in a 3v1 situation, and unfortunately jumps on the box and gets spotted. And this I think is where Kraken is really starting to feel the courage, and they're feeling really strong going into a site. They know that they can win these trades. They just need to play it smart, play it together. As teamwork will win you the game, and that's definitely showing now.
Yes, definitely. They're very confident. They know their smokes. They know exactly what they're going into before they even start the round. So it's great to see that from the team.
Voidclip with a great one tap onto Fluxy as he's jumping.
Bomb is heading towards B. He's trying to protect Cat.
187 not quite finding the kill he needs.
Very unlucky there by 187.
Voidclip jumping on his head and then managing to delete Goose. Now it's all up to Animal to do as much damage as he can, maybe pick up a gun if he can. The Kraken boys seem to have this site in the lockdown. A couple of them are running around trying to find him hiding in a sneaky corner. Also has maybe an inkling that he might be in apps already, coming up behind him. And he wants to go TV room, clear that.
Beautiful pick there by Animal.
Animal picks off the orb, but he knows, the Kraken side knows where he is now, and Wolfsall closes in for the kill and manages to take out Animal.
Great round there by Krakenware Gaming. There's a timeout coming in. See if Envy Esports can just pull it together and regroup. They need to change something.
Oh, what do you think? What do you think Envy could change up? I mean, they're holding great positions, but they're still getting I don't know, not destroyed. That's the wrong word, but they're getting shut down on the site very quickly. The entries by Kraken are really making a difference for the Kraken side.
The only thing I could really think of, because they're both really great teams and they're really good. The only thing I can think of is really just holding those utils, because Krakenware isn't really pushing very fast. They're waiting for an opportunity. So if you just hold your utils a little bit longer to stop that push when they do decide to push, it might help them by slowing them down by getting into sight. And also, I would also take a bit of a chance leaving one player on B and kind of stacking A. I feel could work for a round or two, but not every single round.
Yeah, you don't want to be predictable. Yes. But I think definitely, if you throw like a spanner into the works, it's definitely going to throw for Kraken side.
It's definitely.
Exile not quite hitting the mark on the mid. They're rushing up mid, opting to nade him down, and they're up catwalk already. This is looking pretty good for Fluxicity at the moment. but unawares to him is they pushed up their catwalk, flashing him off.
Oh,
trying
a
to
bit
get
of
the
a team
picks.
tag there.
Also manages to catch him out though. Fluxity managing to capitalize with the most of what he can do in that situation. He took 2 players down pretty low.
But a very fair game, yeah. We just need to see Envy play as a team and push together, use their utils. They do have a flash, they have a molly, and they have a nade left they can use to damage the players.
Definitely are aware of where the players could be sitting, but they are getting picked off one by one.
Lovely
Exile with
pick
the
there by
trade.
X9.
Great pick there, but he got dinked and he's dropped off low. I don't think he wants to get into that side just as yet. And XI gets taken out through the box. And the last player, Animals, left alive with the AWP. He wants to save that, but little does he know. Oh, he just gets legged by Sledge. But he's going to book it, try to get away as quickly as possible. It's 13-10 now to Kraken. They've definitely brought this game back. They were 2 rounds down at the beginning of the T, or after the beginning of the T side. So they've definitely shown that they haven't lost faith and confidence in their ability to win rounds.
Anything can happen at this point. Both teams can really stand a chance of winning. It could even go into overtime. I think both teams are very comfortable with this map, so it's a tough game for both teams because they're so comfortable with this map and they know their smokes, they know their strats.
I mean, these are two top teams in the brackets at the moment. I mean, Envy's got strong players, Kraken's got really strong players. I mean, the history of Kraken is quite well known, and even the Envy players, quite a few of them are revered in MM and face it. So they definitely have the skill, have the potential to win out these rounds. Kirito not quite land.
So smoke didn't land. It might cost them into getting onto site.
I mean, I don't think they expect Goose into Palace there, but these boys have now called the rotation. They haven't hit onto that site yet.
Really good call there for that rotation. Really tricked them a lot.
I don't think Envious has yet picked it up, but it's going to be called out really soon.
The rotation is in hand. Lovely pick there by Flaxity. Fortunately taken down by Kirito. Animal holding that tight corner and he gets that pick. The 2v4 situation right now. Will they get it? The bomb is down. Beautiful play here by Envy.
Very, very good response to the rotation. I think Flaxity, sorry, I keep missing that name. Flaxity called it early, tried to get into a position where he was relatively safe. Manages to at least get 1 kill out of that situation, so it wasn't all for nothing. And they managed to retake that site relatively easily.
Definitely well played there.
Opting now to go for a bit of a passive default now. Is the Kraken side.
To get this pick in mid.
Also shutting down the push into Palace.
187 helping Animal in mid, waiting for those players to peek. Bomb is heading towards A, but they could change their mind at any point. 187 getting spammed through smoke.
Catching Sledge and getting him down to 31 HP. XI with the great pre-fire, but not quite catching Sledge. Now they've executed, Kraken has executed onto the A-bomb side. They know where Fluxity is. 187 not expecting a player to be down in lowers. Animal with a good flick. Second flick. He really is an animal. They spot him crossing over. Manages to even tag up Void Clip. Really great picks there by Animal. Unfortunately the Kraken side managed to overwhelm him on the A side. It looks like the economy is being reset for the CT side, but they have to force it up. It is the 14th round. You might want to go for the draw, but in any good situation, you just want to win the round.
It's really a really close game when it comes to the players. They're all sitting with 22, 22, 26, 23, 16. They're really equal. I see XI struggling a little bit, but maybe he's just having an off day. But otherwise, everybody, both teams playing extremely well.
Kraken definitely overpowering them with the rifles that they have. Now it's up to Goose in the 1v5. Just going to hold a passive angle. Catch off that ult. Catch it second one. Taking names.
Goose doing some damage. Being smoked off there.
They've heard him burning. They must know where he is now, but there's a player behind him. I'm not sure he knows. Oh, and they swap places.
Just slipped right past each other there. Very lucky for Goose.
And
I
his
think
name's
Boyd is
Snake.
a little bit confused on where he is. Very unlucky there.
Krakenware on the 15th round now, playing for match point.
Krakenware Gaming really bringing this up again. Fortunately, Envy is having to force it up.
It's not looking too good for the Envy side at the moment, but never to count them out.
Definitely not.
They're just making sure no one's rushing in mid. They've stacked that B with 2 players this round now. Kirito managing to take out Fluxity. Dave's taking out Animal. And 187 doing damage. Triple kill.
Lovely there by 107. They do stand a chance.
Quad kill.
1v3. 107 is shining this round.
A very great picks there. Like I said, you don't count them out, and he definitely showed that.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
He doesn't need a rifle to kill you.
Beautiful round by Envy. Man of the round, 187 with the 3 kill there.
That was a 4K. Yeah, 187 was really. Yeah,
well done. Well
you
done.
really shined in that round. Very great, very good round there by Envy side.
Game is not yet over. Envy still has a chance to go into halftime. Sorry,
A little bit of lag there. Apologies.
Overtime.
Oh, what a great flash there by Devs, catching Animal straight in the face.
Unfortunately, that smoke won't work because of his teammate. XI getting that pick down in mid. Fortunately, Sledge was there for the refrag.
Now they're going to rotate. They understand that they've made a big presence in the mid, but they've got to play and snipers waiting for anyone who dares get any close to him. Who's sitting there? Is that Void kill? Oh, Fluxity kind of guessed that he was there and took him out. The Kraken boys making a little bit of a slow rotation to the B bomb site. That 187 is in Lois, or is that a cat? He's on catwalk. 187 managing to get the pick. Very good pick there. They've seen the bomb. Kirito managing to get the refrag there on 187.
Gonna get that quick rotation now coming in. Prevent that plant. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen, but they could still get onto site to stop it.
This is now do or die for the Envy side. 1v1 situation.
We have Goose with 100 HP and we have Devs with 28. Who will be the winner
they
of this
spotted
round?
each other. Oh, Goose not
very
managing
unlucky
to
there,
close it
but
out.
very well played. That was a really tough game for both teams. Krakenware Gaming, the winner, 16-12 against Envy Esports. Extremely well played.
That was a really close game. It went down to the nail. Krakenware really showed on their T side that how strong they are, and I think Envy as well on their T side also just showed just how strong they are. I mean, that first half was phenomenally close. It was really difficult to tell who would come out on top. It's just unfortunately Krakenware just pulled out all the stops in their T side and said, "Well, do you think your T side is strong? Look at our T side." And
yeah, that was extremely well played.
They managed to make some really great plays, but a lot of the Envy players with 187 Animal really doing a great job. They've got some crazy shots off, managing to get some ridiculous kills. Even the Kraken side, Kirito and Sledge, I believe it is. Wolfsaw, apologies. Kirito and Wolfsaw, they were really shining on the T side. They were getting great opening picks. They were catching the CT players off guard. So it was quite a good game.
It was very good, very interesting, very exciting to watch. I just want to shout out to our sponsors again and to all of our viewers. You guys, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to our channel. You can find us on Twitter, you can find us on Twitch, Instagram, Facebook. We're all over the place. You guys, we appreciate your support And thank you so much for joining us this evening. We want to thank our streamer, Lethem, who's doing a great job here behind the scenes. And to everybody out there, you guys, have a fantastic night. Clove, thank you for joining me. And
It was a pleasure.
We'll see you guys tomorrow evening.
Yeah, great, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Cheers. Bye.
Yeah, no, there was some sort of warp contact between somebody, I'm not sure exactly what, but up the hill at the moment, the Ferrari of Revo all over the back of Bant goes to the outside. There's going to be a drag race, and I think Electrician's going to get involved as well here. They're going to be 3 wide as they go up towards Laycom. Electrician going between the two of them, they bang wheels, and Bant gets it at the moment. Revo trying to hang it around the outside. He has the inside for the left-hander, and he pushes Electrician off the track at the moment of about 0.4 of a second, but he's not going to have it for long because Revo has the slipstream. He has the DRS. Going to be very close between the two of them. Bant covers the inside, Revo's to the outside. Electrician looking forward as well. Revo's done it.
Actually, guys, we slow down a little bit. I think we're still getting Bishop's still doing their good, getting a second kill onto stage. With Sean suspecting 2 minutes was short, unfortunately going to get traded out. So one day going down without a Kraken. Russ going to get the kill onto Carito, and Void's now in a 1v4 situation. With a lot of Reace boys looking at him. Going to get 2 kills onto the side of Reace and into a 1v2 situation. Spots other player Optimus unfortunately does get taken off by Bishop doing big work.
There we go. Beautiful. He is just literally sunk to life.
He's just going in now. It's like he decided, you know what, boys, let me just try. Let me just do whatever I can. Get us in here.
Well played by this one.
The struggle making that is a connector here. But Ghostmaster is just on point, getting what is this, the 3rd? Maybe going for the 4th and getting the 4K. What an awesome round from Ghostmaster.